Welcome back to Eastern Creek. This is it. Time for the third and final race, the opening round of the 1999 Shell Championship Series. Well, we've got a little better indication of how the year should pan out. I'll tell you what, there's still plenty of improvement to go from the new Fords, including this one, Mark Larkin, but they haven't had much time to prepare. Here is the starting grid for the third race, and of course the result of race 2. Scaife and Lowndes from the first row, Perkins and Tander from 2. 3 is Bargwanna and Bright, the old sparring partners, and 4 is Seaton and Ingle.
Out of row 5, Greg Murphy and Tony Longhurst, Holden and Ford. Mark Noske and John Faulkner out of 6. Row 7, Dougal McDougall and Thomas Mazera in the Densitron car. Paul Radicic moving up the order, and Rodney Forbes first of the privateers. Great effort.
Radicic, in fact, coming from 38th to 15th. Along there with him was Forbes and Cameron McLean in the Greenfield car. Romano, Ashby, Crick, Ellery, who got turned around and recovered to 21. Finnegan, Donaher and Parsons.
Dickie Johnson having a terrible day. Anthony Tratt alongside Mark Larkham struggling too with Mike Conway. Bob Thorne and Bill Attard start out of 15. Richard Morecambe, Barry Morecambe out of 16.
The final 7 on the grid. Crompton, who's having a disastrous day. Emmazides, Cotto, Smurden, Bow, Stevie Richards, who had some problems, and Rod Nash. Here's Glenn Seaton. Well, 1997, he got pole position and won all 3. Today, there's the guy on screen who looks like repeating that feat. Mark Scaife has had pole position and 2 wins. Now, there is the championship points so far from 2 races. Scaife on 100, Lowndes on 90, Bright and Tander tied on 84. That's a really good effort by Garth Tander. Perkins on 76, 2 ahead of Seaton on 74. So, we'll wait and see what this third race holds in store. So important, as we mentioned earlier, to gather points and take those points through with you for each and every round. That is so important. Now, let's not forget the sensational Adelaide 500 coming up a fortnight from now. It is going to be a ripper. Word through is that they have pre-sold more tickets than the Australian Formula One Grand Prix ever did in Adelaide. It is going to be huge. They've put in 2 additional grandstands to cater for that huge number, as we've got a green flag at the rear of the grid. We're getting ready to go. Can Scaife make it 3 from 3 and take out the round? Can Perkins come back? Can Lowndes come back? Or will the young Tander be up there? Away we go! The 2 Mobil 1 HRT cars, more of an even start, but Scaife's got the inside run into turn 1. Lowndes is there, Tander's pulled in behind nicely. Here comes Bargwanna on the inside of Bright.
Disastrous start for Perkins. I don't know what happened there, but he just went thoroughly backwards.
This is a huge day for Garth Tander, isn't it? Locked in.
Oh,
They go side by side with Craig Lowndes through turn 2. Tangle back in the pack. Tony Longhurst caught up there. Looks like Jason.
Tander's gone. That's Garth Tander caught in the middle of that. Let's hope they miss him. There is smoke everywhere. He has kept the foot into it. There's Longhurst. He's gone. Well, just when the day was looking fantastic for Tander, he got caught up. His teammate was alongside, and Jason Bright.
Oh, boy, they'll stop it.
Well, just when we thought it was a calm day, that looks like it could be Dougal McDougall, is it? Yes, it so hard to pick up. Yes, it is. Dougal McDougall in the yellow Quench car. He is crunched.
I wouldn't be at all surprised if they stop it, actually, because it's on the outside of the circuit, and really, it's what's going on. This is Thomas Mazera.
John Bow, too.
John Bow in the Caterpillar Falcon. He got caught up in that too. There were cars flying everywhere. Thomas Mazera, the Densitron car, badly damaged. Boy, oh boy. It's hectic in that first lap, particularly when they try and squeeze 40 cars through turn 2. It's amazing that mayhem hasn't...
Well, before, it surprised me that it didn't happen in the first one.
Yeah.
Look here, well, it's... Oh, yeah, so somebody got... that was Tony Longhurst got punted up the backside. I couldn't quite see who did it. McDougall. And then it's... let's see what's going on in the centre. No, just unfortunate for Tony. Let's see if we can pick here. Oh, yes. I just can't see. There's people touching people left, right and centre.
Yeah. Awkward situation.
Now again, what have we got here? Oh, it all happens just coming out the previous right-hander. Obviously, someone got a touch. Oh, dear. Ooh. Just shows how you can get involved as an innocent party, doesn't it? That was pretty sad for David Parsons. Yeah, red flag. Yeah, they couldn't really... Oh, look at this. Oh, dear me.
Well, there you go. Crunch City, Carnage Central. There is stuff going on everywhere, and no doubt this third race has been red flag. John Bowe was caught up in an incident with Thomas Mazera. The front of the Densatron Commodore was severely damaged. So there it is, sitting out in the middle of the Eastern Creek Circuit. That looks like turn 4, the exit of turn 4. So just when we thought things were rather sedate, although it was good quality racing the first two.
And we were only saying after the first two, boy, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Certainly made up for it.
Life was good and still is good for the Mobil 1 HRT duo of Scaife and Lowndes. They were well out in front. I feel sorry for Garth Tander because it's not totally clear what happened in that incident.
I was going to say I couldn't actually see what happened. I saw him get spun round and couldn't see who did it.
Mark Scaife well in control and feeling very comfortable as they come back down to the line. Jason Bargwanna's been able to maintain that third spot. Now, where's Jason Bright gone? Look at the right-hand fender and spoiler front end of Jason Bright's car. That is crunch 2. It is time for a break. We'll be back with more. We'll sort all this carnage out after the break. At the beginning of race 3. Now that was Garth Tander skirting across to the inside. This is the exit of turn 2 going through turn 3. Watch the right hand side. See, you can just see a white car there, 32. That's Thomas Mazera. We're on board with John Bowe. He misses the skirmish between Parsons and Dougal McDougall. Now this is where you go over the rise down the hill to turn 4. Now we're on board with John Bowe. Something goes amiss here. He just slides by himself. Well, that's our opinion anyway. He swear onto the track. Wait for it. Watch this. There is the impact from Thomas Mazera. So whether he got a tap from Mazera and was turned around or what the situation was, we don't know. But unfortunately, what we do know is Bowe is out, McDougall is out, Mazera is out, and Parsons is out. So we have lost 4 cars as a result of those incidents at the beginning of this race. Now we go back to a restart and the original position. So that has worked to the advantage of 21-year-old Garth Tander in the Valvoline Cummins Commodore. He starts back in position 4 alongside Larry Perkins. There's Larry on screen now.
It's also good for Larry because he got a disaster of a start in the first one.
Race restart very soon, reduced to 9 laps. Original distance 13 down to 9 because of that terrible accident. Green flag is waving. We're ready for a restart of Heat 3.
Take 2. Here we go. Who'll get the jump this time? Will it be the HRT twins? Get ready for it. Can Tander hang on? Will Larry get away to a better start? Let's wait. Here we go now. Now look like Lowndes boxed out. They've got away to a good one. Here comes Tander. No, he tucks it behind Lowndes. It's hard to see. It's Lowndes. It is Lowndes. It looked like from the front angle he bogged it down, but in fact there was a river. So the kid leads them into turn 2.
This isn't over yet,
sitting
though.
Back into second spot. They come up. This is crunch corner. The 2 Valvoline cars there. Bargwanna's got the inside run. Tander the outside. Let's hope they get through cleanly. Crick's gone wide.
Oh boy, looks like they've threaded through okay. They've still got half the field to come out of that turn 2 into turn 3. Looks like a much tidier start for Heat 3, thank goodness.
Well, they work out of there over the hill and down into turn 4. It is Craig Lowndes. Well, he'd be enjoying this down in front. Look at that skirmish going on for 4th, 5th and 6th. It's tight. There's Paul Radisich. He's up into the action. An amazing run in the second race from 38th to 15th. Keep your eye on the Shell Helix Ford.
No one afraid to use the elbows there. Craig Lowndes getting the power down better than Mark Scaife. Led him into turn 1. That's an important advantage when the 2 cars are so evenly matched.
It's going to be interesting to see Tander and Bargwanna together, teammates, and both young guys, both wanting to make an impression. So, oh, Larry, and a look up the inside there.
Bargwanna trying to defend through turn 9. Perkins is through, though. Nice work by Larry Perkins. Out of turn 9, there's the view back to Russell Ingall's car. This is the short straight up to the top end of the circuit where you go through the complex of turns 10, 11 and 12 and the run onto the main straight. We're riding with Glenn Seaton in the brand new factory Ford, the FTR Ford Tickford Racing AU XR8. Here's the main drag now. Look how far Lowndes is out in front already.
Yeah, showing a clean pair of heels. Big cheer from the crowd as he comes past the grandstand. Mark Scaife in second position. And it's Garth Tander in third. Fantastic start from the Western Australian youngster, having a marvellous start to the Shell Series in 1999.
There's a bit of Will Bashing going on here.
Second corner again, Baz.
Yeah, I was trying to... Just all close. Oh, there's somebody going off in the background there, boys. Oh, teammates. Yeah, it's always happens with your teammate.
Isn't that true? The first bloke you got to beat.
Oh, absolutely.
This is Mark Noski on the inside of Tony Longhurst. Great driving by the young Victorian.
That was a good hard move.
Yeah, very tidy, very well judged. Firing up the inside of the Castrol Falcon. Very cheeky move by Noski.
Oh, what we got going? No, that's Romano, isn't it?
Paul Romano caught up in an incident. He's lost a lot of positions there too. This is pressure cooker time now for Mark Noski, the Holden Young Lions car. Primus Telecommunications sponsorship. He's got Longhurst right on him. This, of course, is an ex-Mobil 1 HRT car. In fact, it's Craig Lowndes' car from last year. He's doing well to be in front of Longhurst.
There's our man, Russell Engel.
Well, Larry's having a good day, isn't he? Really, when you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at relative to Glenn Seaton running in 7th, this is looking back at Engel in 8th position. It's been a wretched day, or wretched weekend for the Enforcer. Second in last year's championship. Looking forward to a big season in 99. He's had all sorts of dramas at Eastern Creek, engine changes, the car just not producing the times that he wants. But he's just got to hang on and get as many points as he can, because consistency is going to win this one.
Well, the two forwards there together again. Wright and Seaton. Consistency's the thing, I guess. They've been staying together. Now here's this incident between Ellery and Romano. Whoa! Push and shove, biff and barge, and look who the loser was. Well, not so bad after all.
Oh,
Could have been worse.
He straightened him up.
I think also some of that was where Thomas Mazzera's car dropped a load of stuff on the ground there, and they put concrete dust on it, and maybe that's what made somebody break out of those.
First flying lap by Lowndes, a 1:31.76. That's still quick. The fastest time in Heat 2 was a 1:32 dead by Mark Scape. So these Bridgestone tyres really hanging in there. These control tyres, every car in the field now, for the first time in Shell Series history, running on exactly the same brand and construction of tyre.
And there's nobody that's been working harder than the Bridgestone tyre technicians, Graham Brown and the team, because they've brought around about in between 700 and 800 tyres here to Eastern Creek this weekend. In fact, had to get a B-double truck to bring them here, so they've had their work cut out for them, that's for sure. Russell Engel right on Glenn Seaton, who's chasing Jason Wright, who in turn is trying to get up there with Larry Perkins, who is sitting in 4th position behind Tander, Scaife and Lowndes, who leads the way. There's your Mitre 10 lap score, lap 3 of 9. Why is it 9? It's been reduced if you've just joined us on your home of motorsport. The beginning of this race was frantic. Crashes everywhere. We've lost 4 cars, Bow, McDougall, Mazzera and Parsons. We've had the race reduced to 9 laps. There's a good battle going on further back between Cameron McLean in the Greenfield Mowers. Ford up against Stephen Ellery. That's back in 13th and 14th position. They're just ahead of Rodney Forbes and also Greg Crick, Mark Larkham in the Mitre 10 Fords in there as well.
Isn't that an amazing sight? 40 V8s, all in a queue, flying down the main straight at Eastern Creek, 260 kilometres an hour. I tell you what, Craig Lowndes, what he had ahead of steam up there, that 1:31.76 he's just done, is a new lap record. He's undercut Mark Scafe, set the first new lap record earlier in the day. Now Lowndes has undercut it again. So the Holden Racing Team Commodore's really flying in Sydney this afternoon.
Not sure what happened to Jason Bargwanna. He's dropped back to 23rd position. We did notice that he dropped out of contention earlier, but I wasn't aware that he dropped back that far. So 23rd, he's got a lot of work to do. Dick Johnson on screen at the moment, running in 19th position ahead of Terry Finnegan, behind Mark Larkham. You can see, don't forget it is Dick's farewell year. He is saying goodbye after an amazing 35-year career. His testimonial dinner, his first of many to come, is next Thursday, or rather in a couple of Thursdays' time in Adelaide, the 8th of April. And there's a number on your screen for tickets, so if you can, get along to it. I'm sure it's going to be great.
Oh, plenty of action here. Mark Larkham to defend from Dick Johnson, gets up the inside.
I'm just looking at how quick Lowndes is flying. He's the only guy in the 31s.
Well, like I say, yeah, he just set a new lap record. He just undercut Scape. Oh, look at this. Johnson round the outside. The Mitre 10 Ford, Larkham defending furiously as they head back toward the main straight. So Johnson really pushing hard to make up places in this final heat. Well, look at this gaggle of cars. Look who's in behind Johnson. Rodney Forbes, the young Sydney privateer, having his Shell Series debut this year. Son of Bob Forbes, former touring car great at the 70s and 80s. And he is doing an outstanding job in his debut.
Trevor Ashby a little further back in the Lansvale PPG car. And then behind them is Jason Bargwanna. Here he comes up the inside. Bargwanna's got Ashby. So whatever happened to Bargwanna, he seems to have sorted it out. And he's on the way back. So So it's Lowndes, Scaife, Tander still hanging on to third, Perkins fourth, Bright fifth, Seaton sixth, Ingles seventh, Murphy is up into eighth, and considering Greg started in 16th position this morning, that's a good effort to get up there. Longhurst 9, Noski still in the 10, and Paul Radisich is up into 11th position.
Jason Barguano has had a drama earlier on. He's right back there in 20th position, but his teammate Garth Tander up in third position. He's 2.3 seconds behind Mark Scaife, who's another 2.5 seconds down the road from Craig Lowndes. I'll tell you what, Scaife's just dug even deeper. He's undercut Craig Lowndes' new lap record by 3/100ths of a second.
Amazing stuff at the front of the pack.
You've got to hand it to the HR team, Bob. I mean, nobody can really make any excuses for them, can they? You know, they're just a very class act at the moment.
Well, that's it. Excuses are over in 1999.
Exactly.
Level playing field that everyone's been screaming for. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
One man happy about seeing that control tyre come back was Wayne Gardner, the Coke Commodore driver. Not here today, was planning to be, but we know that WG's watching from home. G'day, Wayne. Look forward to seeing you back as soon as possible, and congratulations on the factory Toyota drive for the Japan GT Championship.
Yeah, we should also congratulate Wayne on his drive in the Porsche race at the Melbourne Grand Prix, because the field he was up against, and he shone better than anyone.
He is our race leader. The man doing the business, got off the line faster than his teammate last time around. He's really taken advantage of that 2.4 seconds, the cushion, over his teammate Mark Scaife in second position. This is the sort of speed we expect from Craig Lowndes. And they are just totally dominant here this afternoon.
Wasn't happy yesterday afternoon after qualifying. He got held up and was very dissatisfied with his time. He was happy to be on the front row to share it with Mark Scaife, the man on screen right now, but felt he could have done better if he got a clear lap. Came back into the pits a little dirty, but nonetheless this will make him feel a little more satisfied, picking up the win in race 3 if he can maintain it. Lap 6 of 9 and doing it quite comfortably. He's got a decent gap over teammate Mark Scaife, who has been the main man today, no doubt about that.
Well, Jeff Gretsch will be a happy chappy, won't he? His car's 1 and 2 all the way through today.
Yeah, well, everyone suspected they were going to come in with a technical advantage this year. They absolutely squashed them down at Melbourne at the Australian Grand Prix support races, and they've continued that form here.
Oh, Jason Clayton inside of Larry.
See the amount of tape hanging off the front of the first deck Falcon. They had to do a quick tape-up job of the front spoiler just before the start, or the restart of Heat 3. Here's Glenn Seaton, Ford's new official factory pilot. Really in the wars here. Back in 6th position. He's got Ingle right behind him in the new Silver Bullet, the new Castrol SLX machine. Certainly a stunning looking car, but Russell will be looking for a lot more speed. He's going to take the fight up to Mobile Holton Racing Team in 1999.
I think, as we mentioned earlier, points is the game today. There's your Shell Helix race score, because with the calibre of driver in this category now, to get anywhere in the top 10, you have to be satisfied. When you're talking 40 cars out on the grid, it is tough going, and Seaton is working very hard. It hasn't been as pleasurable as a day it was in 1997 when he got pole and won all 3. That's not the situation today. He's got Russell Ingall hammering him from behind, and Greg Murphy is in there as well. Has done very well to overcome some oversteer problems in the Wins Commodore. Said he was really struggling early on, and yesterday during qualifying. Well done, Murph. Back in a full-time drive and loving it. Will be on the improve. Keep your eyes out for he and Stephen Richards as the year progresses. Stephen, the reigning Bathurst champ, said, I reckon look for us in about round 3 when we get our stuff together, we get sorted out, the team settles in.
Well, I'll tell you what, 2 laps to go for our race leader. There is Greg Murphy, 26 years of age, living in Melbourne now, originally New Zealander. His first taste of motorsport back in 1991 in a Formula Ford, but he's a tremendously successful touring car racer.
He's got a huge fan base too, although he was without a full-time drive last year, and when he came around to the events and sometimes did the odd spot of expert commentary for Network 10, the fans were right there supporting Murph and wishing him well, and well, good fortune this year in getting a full-time drive with the Wins organisation as Russell Ingall comes right up on Glenn Seaton now. We're winding this one down. It's in the closing stages here at Eastern Creek, the opening round of the 99 Shell Championship Series. Simon Evans has gone again. Boy, boy, oh boy, he's gone.
He's got the record for that this weekend, there's no doubt whatsoever.
That's coming off turn one, and he was very, very lucky to keep it off that concrete wall.
The amount of spin Simon's had this weekend, it's amazing that car's still intact, because fortunately he's missed the wall every time.
Look at this.
Just
offline.
looks like understeer. Well, he's either out on the dirty stuff or it's understeer or whatever. But as you say, he's done this so many times, he hasn't touched anything. Quite amazing, isn't it?
I can't believe there's so much concrete around this place. And the guy has kept it off the walls every time. He's a very lucky man. Go buy a lottery ticket, Simon.
We get back to it, 1 lap to go. Race 3, Tony Longhurst chasing there hard. Mark Noske, that's been a terrific effort from young Mark in the Holden Young Lions car. Unfortunate and unlucky for his teammate Todd Kelly. Look at this! Oh, Larry's gone! Whoa! Baggins goes spinning off into the gravel trap. No. Come to a stop. He won't go any further. Contact with Jason Bright in turn 1, and that is the fastest corner on the
and Jason as
Bright's
well.
gone. How about that? The two came together. Bright and Larry hit at turn 1 and went sailing off at the fastest part of the circuit, the fastest track.
Look at the turn coming out.
Well, Bright was caught up with an incident, we believe, with Tander, because that's what happened. Here's the replay.
Well, yeah, we didn't see the beginning of it, but it's just basically they were both going for turn 1, and neither wanted to give way, and Larry's thing looks like it went round right. Okay, that's Bright coming in on Larry, really. And you'd have to say that really Jason did come in on Perkins there.
Very lucky that the sand trap is there, because they both had an enormous amount of speed on. They're doing about 260 kilometres per hour when they hit that corner. So, well, lucky for them that they're okay. And a fantastic result for Craig Lowndes, and more than that, the Mobil 1 HRT organisation. Lowndes swerves to get close to pit lane. Well done. The kid takes out race 3, and it is an HRT domination at Eastern Creek. Mark Scaife will take the round. How about that? Garth Tander, congratulations. That is his first podium finish in the V8 Supercars, and a day he will remember for a long time. The rest of the field brings it on home. There is Stephen Ellery, a wounded Stephen Ellery, Cameron McLean, John Faulkner, Greg Crick. A great effort there by Ellery, because he worked his way up into the top 10. So too did Cameron McLean. Well, unbelievable, that third race. It was full of drama, full of excitement. And there's the two guys who have won between them every single V8 Supercar race in 1999. This round, and of course the Australian Grand Prix. Lowndes, Scaife, Tander. Well done, the 21-year-old. Seaton worked up for 5th. Ingle, Murphy, Longhurst and Noske. Woo, what a race. We'll be back to wrap things up right after this.
Well, they said control tyres would make a big difference to the domination of HRT. Well, I think HRT had other ideas, totally dominating the opening round of the Shell Championship Series at Eastern Creek. Well, I'll tell you what, there's something pretty exciting happening behind the Holden racing team, and that's a young kid from WA called Garth Tander, his first podium position in Shell Series. Fantastic. 22 years of age, you've come out of Formula Ford straight into V8s. Gary Rogers has given you a start. You've had a pretty rough introduction, but boy, that was a very mature drive today.
Yeah, it's been it was tough last year learning the craft in a short period of time, but that was the plan, to learn as much as we could last year, learn how everything works, and put it into practice this year. And so far, so good. I've just got to thank the Valvoline Cummins guys, our sponsors, Valvoline, Holden, all the guys. They work flat out to get the car ready after the Grand Prix, and this is for them.
Congratulations, Garth Tander. I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of him in 1999. Second position, of course, I referred to the steamroller. The Holden racing team have performed on this track this afternoon. The first part of that equation is last year's champion, Craig Lowndes. Well, memories of last year, a great year, but boy, Mark Scaife's given you a run for your money this time.
I guess it just goes to show the guys have prepared two magnificent cars, and they're both even. I think I put a lap record in then, and the guys just told me, Mark's just pipped me. So the cars have been very even. Really just comes down to starts, and I guess we've contested that. Really, I just got a good start that last one, and really sort of, I guess, take it from the lead. But really, I'd like to thank the guys. Obviously, we've had some up and down during the day, but Mobil, Holden and Bridgestone, thank you very much.
Congratulations, Craig Lowndes. And right now, it's a great moment. for the winner of today, and I'd like to call on Ross Brody, Motorsport Manager for Shell, to make the presentation. It's his first Shell Series victory since he was here in 1995. Mark Scaife. Boy, oh boy, it's been a long time between drinks, Scaife. You've always been fast, but now this one, back in Shell Series contention, fantastic.
Well, look, it's really good, Mark. I mean, obviously, to start the year like this, and the first time we've had a win since here in '95, so look, thanks to our guys. The guys have worked their bums off, and they've done a great job. Obviously, all our sponsors, and especially to Belinda for putting up with me in the last 3 or 4 years. It's been a pretty tough period. Congratulations, Mark Scaife, the big winner at the opening round of the Shell Championship Series. This is going to be a beauty.
Just 6 points separating the Mobil 1 twins as we head into the second round of the 99 Championship. A big confidence boost for Garth Tander sitting in third, and Glenn Seaton the first of the new Fords. A great effort also by Greg Murphy in the Wins Commodore, considering he started from 16th to finish the day overall in 8th position. So a great effort by the Murph there. Well, an exciting day. It was great to return to the creek because we haven't been here in 2 years, and Barry, a very exciting day, an action-packed day.
Oh, it was fantastic, and I think Garth Tander really redeemed himself today. Whatever he's done in the past, he's certainly made up for it today, and it just shows how really competitive the season is going to be. You know, guys like Radicic that never really got to show. So I think we were in for some really good stuff.
Yep, we look forward to the upcoming rounds. Radicic just missed the top 10 finish. He had some mechanical problems in that last race. Let's look forward to some things coming up, and we talk about a week's time, 3 to 5, the same time slot as the V8s. We're talking about Trackside, Network 10's new program, which incorporates the V8 privateers, GTP, Formula Ford, Superbikes, and Formula Holden. The week after that, 2 weeks from now, it is the sensational Adelaide 500. Now, ticket sales have exceeded any of the Australian Formula 1 Grand Prix, so there's going to be big crowds. It's going to be an exciting weekend. Don't know if you can hear, we've got a rock band playing in the background here. There's going to be plenty of rock bands playing in Adelaide. We look forward to seeing you there. On behalf of Mark Oates and Barry Sheen, I'm Lee Diffie. Bye for now.